class in front of me, I'm reminded of how proud I am of each and every one of you. All of you have just completed one of the most rigorous academic schedules in Kansas. Congratulations. As an educator here at Gardner Edgerton, I have never once worn a suit in my whole career. So you should feel very privileged to see this rare occurrence. So I'm going to show you what I look like in a suit right now. Over the past 4 years, I've had the pleasure of teaching many of the graduates you see before you today. Many of you I've taught in world history your sophomore year. Others I have taught in psychology either your junior or senior year. If I didn't have you in class, I'd probably coached you sometime throughout your high school career. My point is simple. I know this senior class quite well. My message to you, this graduating class, is to live life fearlessly. Being a psychology teacher, I teach a unit on fears and phobias and how to overcome them. When I teach this unit, I take great pride in how many of my students I can make cry throughout the year. My record so far is 11 in one semester, and some of you sitting before me today make up those criers that I've seen in class. And just so parents know, we teach how to overcome phobias, not to make them more afraid of it, just so you know. But why do I teach this lesson each year? Why do I feel it's important to make you face your phobias and fears? Because if you can overcome your phobias and fears, then anything in your life is possible. There are plenty of people throughout history that have lived life fearlessly. An example of this is Eddie Rickenbacker, a World War I fighter pilot. Eddie was the most successful American fighter pilot during the war, and he scored 26 kills during his tenure. Rickenbacker once said, "Courage is doing what you are afraid to do. There can be no courage unless you're scared." His message is clear. Being scared is a natural human response, but don't let that fear stop you from accomplishing big things in your life. Another great example of never giving up is not only a common household name, but a Kansas City native. Walt Disney once said, "All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them." Walt had many failures, over 300 he claims, but he kept pushing on and he never gave up. In fact, he said, as he was trying to market his new Disney episodes, he was scared to death to do a TV interview, but he knew that he had to do it in order to see his dream come alive. He said, "It's kind of fun to do the impossible." Sitting among you today is the best example of courage and facing your fears that you may ever see in your lifetime. She is young and vibrant, has a fighting spirit, and has a brilliant perspective on life. That young lady is Judy Hartz. Judy has looked fear and adversity in the face and has overcome each and every time. She is a living example that with hope, courage, faith, and tenacity, anything is possible. Now, Judy was away when we did our phobia unit, so I did bring one of her phobias today to share with you guys. Here it is. This is thanks to Judy's mom here. She's terrified of porcelain dolls here. You'll be okay. Don't ever take that for granted. Each and every one of you have a fighting spirit deep within you. You have to find it, use it, and never let it burn out. As you embark on this next journey of your life, your priorities, values, and perspectives will change. They may not be big changes at first. For instance, you will no longer have your parents there to wake you up in the morning. No one will be reminding you that to make sure you have your paper completed on time. And some of you, learning to cook something other than a bowl of cereal will be a challenge. But as you continue to grow and become your own individual, you will see that these challenges become bigger and shape you into the person you will become. There will be fears along your journey that you will have to face. You will have to dig down deep and find the courage and that fighting spirit to overcome all adversity thrown your way. I want you to know that there is nothing wrong with being scared when faced with a new challenge. In fact, when I found out that I'd be speaking to all of you today, it scared me. I have never spoken in front of this many people at one time before. I wasn't sure what I would say or what message I would be giving you. But after I took hold of that fear, recognized it, and developed a plan, my courage began to grow. I no longer fear this day. In fact, I look forward to it and was enveloped with pride to know that all of you wanted me to give you your final GEHS message. So as I leave here today, I want to leave you with some advice. It is important to remember that you all have fears and disappointments. The question is, how will you rise up and overcome those disappointments? Each one of you will have to figure out the path you should take when dealing with these situations. Will you give up? Or will you come up with a better way to better yourself using the situation at hand and learn and grow? There is always opportunity in both good and bad. Don't miss those opportunities. Live life in the moment, but plan for the future. Don't be scared of the unknown, but embrace it. Some of the best things in life you'll find are outside of your comfort zone. They are just on the other side of that scary, unknown, imaginary barrier that you have built. Don't ever let that stop you. Don't forget to dream like you did when you were little. Continue to seek out the positive in people and life situations. Thank you, class of 2015, for allowing me to speak to you today. You've been a great class, and I expect big things from you all in the future. No matter where you go from here, remember, you will always be a trailblazer. Thank you.